Barak, Yahweh, Allah, Shalom, Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to True Talk. Let me say that again. Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to True Talk. And and again, I'm here defending black unity globally across the world because we need each other and we are one. Yes, we are different in many ways. Different accents, different shades of color, different texture hair, different body size, different heights. Did I say different accent, different culture, different background, different discipline? Shoot, even in the United States, we come from different areas and have different accents and different backgrounds. But that don't mean that we're not one and that we need not to work together. Go globally, all the so-called black people has been oppressed, mistreated, abused, used, and taken advantage of to this very day. And you got brainwashed Negroes want to fight with each other. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not ignorant of the pain and foul, disrespectful, hurtful things that we all said to one another. That so-called uh, black people in America said to the diaspora, and what the diaspora has said to so-called black people. Yes, saying that we ain't got no culture. Yes, that hurts because y'all copy everything God we do, mimic us. It's like a slap in the face. The less people we would think will say something about who we are as a people is you. And to say that we don't have a culture is to diminish everything that we are and that we do. So yes, I can see how that can be hurtful. But when you live outside of emotions and you don't get affected, you can understand it. When I heard that, I was like, man, that's effed up. It didn't felt right. I knew it, but did that make me want it to go and hate and distance myself from all my brothers and sisters globally and say that they all hate us or don't like us? No, because if the most I will, I'm gonna show many videos of African and people in the diaspora talking about people, how they copy black people, how uh we are like big brother to them. They don't hate us, they love us. So I want to bring forth this dude. I think his name Tariq, and I want to comment on his response because he is a house Negro, and I'm gonna explain to you why I say that.
A video that I retweeted of this.
Sorry about that, but one of the reasons why I call Tariq a house Negro is because he behaved like one, and FBA I consider are the house Negroes of America. That's who mostly claim this. See, they have a white supremacist mindset. FBA has a white supremacist theology. They think because they in America that they's better. They think because certain characters about them that they are better than all the other Negroes because they in the West because they in the so-called superpower in the mecca of the world. Their pride and ego got to them, and not only that, but when it comes to the brothers and sisters across the diaspora, a lot of them, I like the house Negro. You know the house Negro, he was so snug up the master. He wanted to be the good Negro that he'll tell, and that's how a lot of they act when it comes to the diaspora. Any African, Jamaica, uh, Haiti, from the UK, anybody that come over here and play a black role or do anything, they get upset. Oh, almost like they taking us from the master. These foreign Negroes coming up here in America and sucking up and they being the good Negroes, the master, and the white man is choosing them over me. Like if you really listen to them talk, that's how they sound. That's what they believe that these people coming over here and oh they taking our jobs and they looking like the good Negroes and all this and because the truth is when one of us make it, we all make it. When one of us do good, we all do good. But when a so-called African American was playing an African in Wakanda, the Africans didn't say nothing. They didn't make a big deal and say these people should not be playing our roles. But that's the sickness when you full of ego and pride and you think you better. You can't see it from no other way. You just want, and feel like if you ain't got somebody else taking up, somebody do better you or doing good as you, then somehow it's unfair. Somehow they playing unfair. They shouldn't have what they have. I'm not mad at my foreign brothers and sisters that come over here and make a living. Now, do some of them come over here and act like they better than us? And yeah, of course. But do a lot of Black Americans go over there to Africa and act like they better than them? Yeah. So this whole thing is foolishness. But why I told Tyreek a house Negro because and everybody else in FBA, no disrespect to y'all, because I know I'm probably got some good sisters and brothers that's just misled. Y'all want to be a part of something. Y'all want to separate and yeah, it's us. It's nonsense. We are a nation. Israelite, 12 tribes. You're already a part of something. We don't have to separate and try to single ourselves out to make it. That survival, superior instinct is of the white mindset, white superior. But when it comes to the house Negro and the field Negro, the house Negro usually was lighter than the field Negro. Go back to colorism and uh, dividing us up, making one feel better than the other, uh, closest to us. The closer you are to us, the better we'll treat you. The closer you are to whiteness, which is likeness. So I noticed something about these FBA, and before I go in, I'm gonna let him say it.
And she looks either African or Caribbean, and I guess she was in the car with her dude, and he sounded like he was could possibly be FBA. The way he sounded, you don't see him, but you hear him. But she's definitely looking like she's non FBA.
So this a video he talking about some African scanning and oh it's the immigrants uh over here and they think they black people so we getting blamed for their crime. Just foolishness. All that's going on in the world, just foolishness. When you really just sit down and think about it, who cares if they already say that we criminals, that they don't like us. Like, why you trying to kiss up to the white man and say, "Oh no, it's not us, master. It's them other black folks that's coming over here. They the one committing crimes." Come on, man. It's but he said that this young Hebrew woman was not FBA. He said she's Caribbean, from the island. Like, she's something other than FBA. Why did he say that? I'm gonna let y'all guess. Why do you think he said that? Because when you hear her talk, she sounds like American, and her boyfriend, or we assume it's her boyfriend, is not in the picture. I think he might be driving. He sounds like a black man, but we don't see him. We just hear his voice. So if we didn't see her, we just hear her voice. She sound like a black sister. So because we see her, why did he say she's definitely not FBA? Now he don't know this woman. He don't know if she's what they call a foundation, Black America or not. You guessed it, because she's dark skinned. See, I noticed something about these FBAs. This not the first time I seen this done. I seen a couple of videos where they'll see a black person, and when a person is dark skinned, the first thing they say is they might not be FBA. They might not be Black America. They might be Africa or somebody. As if Africa ain't got brown skin, and Jamaica and Haiti and all the other people ain't got brown skinned black people, and act like black people over here ain't dark. Michael Jordan, Samuel L. Jackson. My mama is the complexion of her. I got sisters and family members that's the complexion of her, and probably even darker, and they are foundation, so-called foundation Black America, according to Tyreek and these people. But see, they got this white supremacist, coloristic mindset. Yeah, these people are colorless. That they believe all Black America should be brown skin. They believe this myth that all Africans are jet black. You can tell the ignorance of that, and that all black people are light brown and mixed with Indian and white and everything else, and we separated. That's go that white supremacy. We got white blood in us. We got Indian. We got something else than Negro blood in us. So we different and we superior and we better. Do your blood test. I did mine. 90% of it was African. But nevertheless, matter of fact, my bad. It wasn't my test. It was my uncle test. My daddy's brother. Same daddy, same mama. About 90% of his blood was African. So how much more do you think my blood is? But this is the hypocrite and the colorism and the white supremacists of these people. They think lighter is better. They think America is better. Anything closer to white is better. The white supremacist theology and mindset. So if you claiming to be an FBA and you dark skinned, trust me, they don't accept you. They gonna slide eye you and say you dark. You might not be black. Which think about the mind the mental mindset you gotta have to say you dark skinned. You might not be a black American. You too dark to be a black American. When did somebody become too dark to be a black American? You heard it yourself. You said her boyfriend sound like a black American. We heard his voice. We don't see him, but she don't look like she's a foundation black America. She don't look like how do a foundation black America don't look like this? Cause she looked like a couple of my cousins. This this when you really pull back the curtain and listen to what these people say, and people that follow these people, that follow this movement, that wake up every day to crap on it and pick at and say something mean and nasty about another black oppressed person. It shows self hate. It shows that the white man has really messed you up with white supremacists till you don't even realize that that's is how you operating out of. That's your theology, your mindset. You don't adopt the oppressor's ways. So yeah, if you dark skinned and if you claim an FBA, you might as well stop it because they don't accept you. They think you somebody else. You too dark skinned according to them. And like I said, this ain't the first time I heard this. That's why I had to address it. Cause when I heard it, I was like, huh? And then I kept hearing and kept seeing them make this appearance to dark people. When they see black people, they're like, well, she might not even be a black American. And every time they say that, it's towards a dark brother or a dark sister. And it's like, why would you say that? And then I realized, oh, these people are colorists. These people think the lighter you are, the more foundation black America you are. Hoorah, the white supremacist theology. Now you see pride in it. Now you see the white supremacist mindset in it. Now you see why they want to be separated. Now you see why they beef with other Negroes instead of the oppressor. They beef with those that's been oppressed along with them. So emotionally involved. What type of spirit you got to be in to every day continue to watch videos and being as Christ said, don't hate your brother for no reason. These people hate their brothers and sisters for no reason. These people has done nothing to them because of one African or one diaspora said something mean. Now you hate all of them. Come on, you know that's not even intelligent thinking. And there's many videos people show about African and other people saying many things. On the flip side, there's just as much videos of Africans and uh, so-called black people in the diaspora saying amazing things, trying to bring unity, saying no. We love each other. We love y'all. Condemning they people for saying that. Saying no, we know black people got culture. Trying to cause unity, but when you what Christ said, you seek and you shall find. Whatever you seek, you gonna find. If you seeking hate, guess what? What they call it, the algorithm, it's gonna feed you videos like that. And if you subscribe to channels that don't do nothing but push out this type of hate, go to the Father and check your heart to see how you really operating in pride. And it's so sad because a lot of our people don't even know how lost they is. The other day I corrected a sister with structure and with love, and she blocked me. Now I don't care about being blocked. That don't hurt my feelings or bother me. But it was sad because the scripture, the sister was acting like she was a righteous sister, claiming to be a Hebrew, had a Hebrew name, but can't take correction, criticism, and it make you think it was she blocked somebody that's, and all I did was gave her structure. Then how much more can anybody else tell her anything? How much more is her heart is hardened to instead of listen to correction, she just block and tune people out. But these be the main one talk about love and the Most High and keeping His commandments, but ain't got the spirit. No different than the Christianity. Those in Christian doing the same thing. Be the main people gossiping and hating and lying and stealing. Oh, I'm a Christian. I love God. That's why the true road is narrow, and not many is on it, and not many will find it. And it's definitely not in FBA. It's in Messiah. It's in your nation, Israelite. And we're not just in America. We're scattered to the four corners of the earth.
On Twitter Spaces, right? And Twitter Spaces is a weird place when it comes to the FBA. But the weirdest experience I had was the FBA allowing a transgender man to proclaim to be the queen of the FBA.
Oh my gosh.
When somebody does something that we would accept as black, but if they're Jamaican, if they're Haitian, if they're Dominican or something like that, you don't need to say this is a tether. But when this transgender man said the queen of the FBA, Tariq didn't say nothing. Thrown off of it, right?
And he voted.
So you said what?
And he voted.
All right, that's right. I forgot. Water. They actually voted. They took a vote and said that this man is the queen.
Yikes.
And so I had Tariq's number, so I texted him and I asked him about it. I said, I think the nigga's name was like Zell, something with a G. I don't know the nigga's name by heart. So I asked him about it, and he said it's a troll. And then he indirectly talked about me on a video where he said somebody texted him about it while he was eating and don't know why I'm texting him about it. And I'm saying to myself, while I'm texting you about it, number one, I was trying to give him respect. Maybe he wasn't aware. And I'm hoping he gonna tell me, nah, we don't stand with that shit about black man and black woman. Right. I don't think a man that's supposed to be a Tariq would endorse homosexual activity, let alone a man winning a vote be the queen of the FBA. And that let me know all I needed to know about the FBA. Shit is a joke. Right. It's not real. It's a hustle. And if anybody look at the timeline, and General Hyman brought this out, when what's the girl try to run for president? Kamala Harris. When Kamala Harris was in charge of DA in California. Right. She has said that if she was president, she would import or fight for reparations for black people. Once she said that, boom, ADOS, boom, FBA come out to where now they want to delineate from being black because they thought they was gonna get reparations. Right, right. And then of course, like everything, they all hustlers. So then Kamala like, nah, I want this shit for everybody. Now they hate her, but they gotta run with the FBA narrative.
I have one.
But as always, let Yah be true and every man alive. Till next time, Shalom.